The term buyer's remorse is used often to describe the troubling sensation a buyer can feel when he or she feels regret for a decision made. It isn't just buyers who can feel remorse for the purchase decisions they just made. Let's have ourselves a pocket sized pep talk, and I'll tell you who else can feel it and how to avoid it.
A Pocket Sized Pep Talk, the podcast that can help energize your business and your life with a quick, inspiring message. Now, here's your host, Rob Jollis.
At some point in our lives, we've all experienced the dreaded buyer's remorse. Quite frankly, I think it's more of an anomaly to not feel some sort of remorse after a difficult buying decision. Usually, the larger the decision, the greater the feelings of remorse can be. When you sell for a living, you learn to pay attention to the feelings a customer can experience. The seller can provide support, not just during the decision-making process, but after the process has been completed. The shocker is that those who sell for a living can experience remorse as well, and the repercussions can be devastating. When you're a salesperson, you live to sell. It's in your blood. You're programmed to turn suspects into prospects, prospects into qualified prospects to satisfied customers. It's as easy as that. But just in case it isn't quite as easy as that, most salespeople receive a commission to help motivate them to sell. They have sales managers who add a little bit more encouragement to help motivate them to sell. And those salespeople are often engaged in sales contests and bonuses. Before you know it, the salesperson is unconsciously developing a mantra to say to him or herself, if it moves, I'm selling it. Of course, you don't really want to sell everyone, do you? There are lines that salespeople should never cross, as well as lines that customers should never cross. But sometimes those lines get blurred, and they get blurred by the thoughts of all the motivation being received. When that happens, we stop listening to our instincts and we plow forward. After all, if it moves, you're selling it. For the record, there's often another voice that whispers, I'm not so sure you want to sell this person. But it's drowned out by the thoughts of victory, commission, bonuses, and ego. It's a shame because that's a whisper that needs to be listened to. Most people who don't sell things think those who do have an easy job. They're wrong. Salespeople must live with rejection, often on a daily basis. They must live with an unsteady and often unpredictable income. But these issues pale in comparison to the difficulty that comes with seller's remorse when it takes hold when you made the mistake of selling something to the wrong customer. The fact is, one of the worst experiences a salesperson can live through is selling to the wrong customer. A bad customer can create legal issues. A bad customer can create time management issues. A bad customer can create emotional stress. A bad customer can cost a salesperson his or her job. I've personally witnessed when a bad customer cost one of my colleagues his career. The worst part of selling remorse is I've never met anyone who's retold a story that involved seller's remorse ever say anything but, I knew this customer was going to be trouble the moment I met them. It remains a mystery to me why we spend so much time teaching others how to sell and win, but little to no time teaching people how to walk away from a deal that he or she should not want to win. Personally, I think it starts with turning the volume up on those whispers that you might be hearing and pay attention to the messages you're receiving. If you do, it may cost you a sale in the short run, but extend your career in the long run.
Thanks so much for listening. If you enjoyed today's show, please rate and recommend it on iTunes, Outcast, or wherever you get your podcasts. You can also get more information on this show and Rob at jollis.com.